Welcome back, Brewers. I'm Daniel. This is Between Two Urns, and today we're here with Bayside Brewers President Craig Ditcham, who's here to tell us a little bit about the Bayside Brewers, about club life, and about why it's such a great thing to be a part of. Bayside Brewers are based here in Melbourne, but yeah, breweries, brewery life, club life, that's what this channel is kind of about. Also, getting to know the people behind the clubs. So, Craig, yeah, tell me, how long have you been brewing?
Thanks, Daniel. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, welcome, definitely.
Thanks. I've been into all grain brewing for about 11 years. Yeah, so I used to make kit beers back when I was younger, but then eventually met a all grain brewer who was in the club, and we made a beer together. And I thought, how good's this? And got into all grain brewing. So yeah, been doing that for 11 years and been president of the club for 2 years now. So,
being president of a brewing club, tell me a little bit about what that's like. You got to do a lot of organization. Is that's something that you and other people share across the club?
Yeah, that's right. So there's a group of us who are pretty passionate about the club that form the committee. And so we meet irregularly and just organise the direction of the club and what we provide for members. So we're always looking at how we can make our members assist our members in making better beer.
Yeah,
which is the principal thing of what we do.
A good common goal for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to make better beer. But yeah, so your members, where do they kind of hail from in the Melbourne area here?
Yeah, we cater for members who live in the southeast suburbs of Melbourne. So we've got people up in Port Melbourne, a bit of a congregation around Moorabbin sort of area, and then Frankston. But we've got people all the way down to Rosebud and Hastings.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and we have meetings, anywhere in those sort of locations. Normally we'd have them at members' homes, but of late we've been at sponsors' venues. So we try and find a suitable venue that members can get to. That's
right. Just for context on this one too, I'll just say that because of COVID and because it's Melbourne and because we had one of the harshest lockdowns of any other city, we weren't allowed to meet at people's homes more than like groups of. I mean, at one point you couldn't even have guests. So for a club that doesn't have like a headquarters kind of a place, it would be difficult to achieve being able to do this without the support of other businesses and other venues that were allowed to have groups of people over a certain number. So one day as a historical reference, this is going to be important because, yeah, not being able to go to people's houses was something that probably affected club life for a little bit.
It did, yeah. It took away the core of what we do. You know, we like to go to members' houses and see their brewing systems, and then check out their dispensing systems, and fermentation chambers. That way you get to see what other people are doing, learn best practices, show off your fonts and man caves.
Get a bit of a few ideas to take back for your own stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
So, just tell what kind of stuff do you guys get up to at the meetings? Take us through like kind of what some of the stuff that you would do at a meeting.
So I normally encourage our members to brew. So it's whether they're brewing different styles, maybe a style that I haven't would normally not select to brew. So get to know different styles and the processes and the ingredients that go into them. We do competitions, so we'll have a style nominated and we'll judge it and come out with a winner on the night, and that goes towards our Brewer of the Year that we hold over the course of a calendar year.
Do you get prizes for winning and stuff?
Just very small items
get free beer,
a free beer, and maybe a little trophy sort of thing.
Cool. Yeah.
So we visit sponsors' venues, whether like Keg King, so we can look at how they go, and people can come and buy equipment and stuff like that, or we just go look at a brewery and see how it all goes together.
I've really appreciated like club nights that were held here. Mm-hmm. It's not just a good group of people, but at one point there was even an information session on IPAs. Mostly I think it was on West Coast, but one of the members had a whiteboard and was actually taking people through how to really nail a good IPA, which kind of is my one-dimensional thing that I love so much. And it's like the rabbit hole I'm going deep down into to try to find a way to make it perfect. But it was really valuable info on the night. Mm-hmm. And then at the same time, I think there was also a Belgian, or maybe it was a second time, there was a Belgian beer comp for just doing Belgian Pale. So again, it was like for me, I'm IPA all the time, so I don't normally go outside of my like thing that I know I like. And so on that night, I got to try everybody's Belgian pale ale, and I mean, I'll be damned, there's a bunch of them that were like amazing. And I found a new style of beer like that night. Especially there was a calibration beer, I think, and that calibration beer was really easy to kind of see, okay, this is what it's supposed to taste like. What do these other ones taste like? It was really well run. So yeah, no, well done on that. That was really good. Because now when I find that too, I'm like, I'm buying that too.
That's great. I think that's the point of it. Like, someone may not normally choose to brew a Belgian pale ale, but we have the competition, so they come away at the end of the night, they know what a good one tastes like, and then they've got all the information, whether on the night or through our club afterwards. They can access that and go, yeah, I want to make that beer later on, and this is how I go about making a good one.
Yeah, no, I found it really valuable.
Excellent.
So besides the competitions that you do in the in the meetings, then there's your big annual one. So what you guys do?
The German styles. Yeah,
German beer.
That's right. So every year we have our annual Oktoberfest. So it's German style homebrew competition for amateurs. So we have a range of styles that anyone in the public can enter a beer in, and we give away some good prizes for best beers in each category, and then the champion beer of the whole event. And just like encourage everyone to brew German style beers, get to drink them and taste them. And we also got beer judging certification program in our club as well.
Again, another thing I got a chance to be, thank you too for you guys hosting that, because that was, to me, that was amazing. I got to be a part of that and get to be, qualified as a judge after all the training. That was hard. Right. So yeah,
worthwhile, I think, in the end.
So do you guys do those maybe once a year, twice a year? Or?
Yeah, generally once a year. Yeah. We've got someone in our club who can run the course and get members to the exam, and then hopefully pass. So
thank you to Mikko too for taking us through that, because that was it's a lot harder than you think it is.
Yeah.
But it's really enjoyable, and again, like the knowledge I got out of that was incredible.
Yeah. Like, even if you don't go through with judging beer in the future, at least it'll help you understand beer styles and improve your palate and your sensory, and then descriptors, and it'll help you make better beer. I think that's the essence of it all.
Well, I don't know if we can get much. I don't know. This is This is just what I call BFD. It's beer for drinking. Right?
There's always a place for BFD.
It's nothing special, but it's one of the things that we have pouring downstairs from a Fermenter King Max, and it's been fermented in and like temperature controlled, and now it's being served out of a keg with a temp coil in it, all just from like a DC powered unit that keeps it cold, and it's pretty clear for what it is. But this is I don't know. I almost am embarrassed to be drinking this beer with somebody who knows so much about beer. So
there's always a place for these beers, Daniel. That's good, nice and clean.
So how does somebody go about getting in touch with the club?
We got a website, www.baysidebrewers.com.au. So there's a contact page in there that'll go through to our club secretary, and then we'll reply with the next venue and the date and time of our next meeting. We generally meet first Thursday of the month. Okay. And so we'll be starting up again in February 22.
So you guys are taking a bit of time off to enjoy the things that you've created?
Yeah, exactly.
Over the holiday seasons?
Yeah, like we usually have December and January off, and then start up again in February. Yeah. So we've got plenty planned for next year after being denied so much in the last year or two.
Yeah, because nobody's available December or January for basically anything, right? That's our time in the summer down here to be able to go and do stuff finally. So you guys also have any club member can hire or not hire, but borrow, yeah. And then with a bit of help, you can run this big system. What's that like?
Yeah, no, it's great. So we've got a 280 litre brewing system. It all fits together on a trailer. So members can take that home, set it up, and then brew 280 litres of good beer. We've got a profile in Beersmith, so the beers that we've made out of this system have been excellent of late. So yeah, any member can borrow that on any weekend. We've got some other equipment as well, like jockey boxes and counterflow chilling systems. So yeah, any member can access these things.
It's really handy. So like part of the club would be also about being able to borrow equipment across like home brewers so that they can experience a different technique or a different process utilizing a different piece of gear.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like that way they can learn about processes as well. Pick up good tips or practices from guys who are experienced in using the systems. Yeah, and it's all about like getting together and feeding off each other and sharing information, that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. Obviously, we love to be able to host all the clubs, and we like to support the opportunities the clubs give to brewers, just to be able, even if you're not part of the club, to take part in the competitions or to come out and see brew days when you guys are doing demonstrations. You did a great demonstration here when we first moved into the building. With that big system.
Yep.
And yeah, that was pretty cool. I thought, this is something that like clubs should be able to offer, that little extra something that you can't do in your own brewery. And then of course there's that knowledge base that everybody's sharing. But yeah, it's been really awesome getting to know Bayside Brewers and what you guys do for home brewing and just brewing in general, and your enthusiasm for beer. So now I really thank you for coming in and telling us a bit more about the club. Brewers, if you can join a club, if there's something near you, always look into it. It's a great way to learn more about the kinds of beers that you might not normally drink, and to hear from others about their experiences with equipment, and learn and learn and learn, because that's a lot about what this hobby really kind of is sometimes. It's being able to know more so that you can make better beer.
Okay. So, thanks, Daniel.
I'll drink
Cheers,
to that.
mate.
Cheers. Cheers, brewers. Thanks for watching.